talk about the mystery. And I want to welcome you again if you're just tuning in for the first time. Once again, I'm Suzette Speaks. I'm an MC as well as a event curator and hostess with the mostest. You've seen me on platforms like Roland Martin. He is a huge African American news. I would call it not creator, but the word I'm looking, curator. He owns his own channel. I do political commentary there. I'm an activist. I actually help work on this year's past presidential election, and I'm really passionate about people knowing what's going on around them, right? So when you watch me, I hope, and when you're listening to me, I hope you're learning something new. I wanted to talk a little bit also about the theories behind what happened to the United Health Group CEO. This is a big thing. This has taken the world by storm. The United Health Care, I should say, CEO Brian Thompson, just a couple of days ago now, on this past Wednesday, was sneak attacked, right? It was so brazen, and I've heard so many takes on this. I wanted to talk about it and put my own little flavor and give my own little opinion. Because right now, I watched The View. I don't know if you guys know that television program, The View, with Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, Hostin, and others. And it is a women's centric talk show where women give their opinion, et cetera, et cetera. But I was watching it this morning talking about this heinous case. Again, if you are unaware, there was an assassination actually that took place on the streets of Manhattan this past Wednesday when the largest health care insurer in the United States, United Health Care's CEO, was unfortunately and heinously attacked, gunned down in the wee hours of the morning, 6:45 around that time in the morning, on his way to speak at an investors conference for the company. He was attacked from behind, shot multiple times, once in the leg, in the calf, I think they said, once in the back, and it's on video. And it is something that, again, has rocked this nation, because we are a nation that claims that we believe in the rule of law, that we try to make our voices heard through protest and not through violence, like we've seen. So in no way, in shape, or form do I condone anything that we have seen in terms of that violent act, right? This brazen taking of another life, another soul, in order to make a point. I wanted to bring up the different theories that we're hearing. Again, police have not released why and who they think committed this heinous act. Now, there's a lot of theories online, baby. I've been reading the comment section. I wanted to highlight what I've been seeing online, because I think it is showing the discontent of so many of our fellow Americans, our fellow residents here in the United States, with the current healthcare system. When I tell you some of the comment sections are so rough, there is not an ounce of sympathy being given to this man and his family. Now, again, Mr. Brian Thompson, I would like to present my personally, again, I don't speak on behalf of the radio. I'm giving my own personal opinion in this discussion. But I would say it is a sad thing that a human being, unbeknownst to him, as far as we know, was attacked the way he was in the middle of the rush hour morning, right? In the streets of Manhattan, and his life taken. He was somebody's husband. He was somebody's father. And again, just the act itself is not, to me, the way we should be going about making our voices heard, or our disagreements voiced. This is not the way. To me, that's not any way, shape, or form appropriate to make your, even if it's not a political statement. Right now, we're speculating because of what was left on the side of a few of the bullet casings, the words that were etched. We have to understand violence is not the answer. So on the said time, while I make that very clear, I am reading the comments of people online, and baby, let me tell you, I don't know if I roll, but you know how they say there's certain bots online. People are upset, and they are showing their discontent. I'm putting it lightly. I'm putting it nicely. I'm going to read you some of the comments of what people have been saying about this man and his death. I'll give you an example. This is a paraphrase. There are so many folks commenting saying, I do not have any sympathy for him. Sorry, that claim has been denied. You understand? There are other people's making comments such that, the amount of people, and again, this is not factual, this is just commentary below the different news stories, the different YouTube snippets, the news anchor, the news coverage of this man's passing. When you see what is being written by people below this story, it shows very little empathy for this person and their heinous assassination. But it is, again, to me, giving an insight into people's discontent for big business, and in this specific instance, with insurance. There are many people who are arguing that it is his own fault. Now, I don't agree with that. That it could be his own fault because of the policies, the callous policies that they put in place with the insurance. Everybody know someone who has had issues with a medical insurance, where you need certain medicine and it's not covered. The comments also read, I would like to, send my thoughts and prayers, but it's not in network. You hear what I'm saying? They're making analogies to what is a real life issue. And this man has become almost a symbol for, and I'm putting it lightly by saying the discontent, but people are mad and upset with what they feel is a broken system that benefits the big guy. Now, again, this gentleman has been stated that his salary was like 10 million a year. People are speculating on his net worth. I think the last thing I read was allegedly he's worth about 44 million. But people are looking at this and saying that it don't matter. His life didn't matter. And I disagree with that. But saying that a lot of the policies that he may have been at the helm of, a lot of policies that he may have encouraged as CEO of UnitedHealth, a lot of the work that he did to change up. They say there's algorithms now that are designed to more than likely deny people that actually need healthcare. When we think about the people in our personal lives, even anecdotally, who can't get certain medication, who can't see certain doctors that they like to see. We are the only very modern country, first world, as some people like to call it, that does not have universal health care. So there are limitations. Healthcare yet is not a right. We have Obamacare, right? The Affordable Care Act, which has expanded access to healthcare for millions, especially right here in Florida. Florida has the #1 enrollees, or we call signups, for Obamacare, right? It has extended healthcare beyond. It's not perfect, but it has extended healthcare in the United States beyond where it has ever been. But I'm just looking at these comments of people, and I'm telling you, folks are mad. They are not in a sympathetic frame of mind towards this man and the taking of his life. And it's surprising. Now, I'm hearing, like I told you on The View, this morning I watched it, and I was listening to, what's her last name? Elizabeth, I forget her last name, one of the commentators. She was just talking about how inappropriate it is that people are making jokes, that people are putting out there this negativity and this negative energy when it was a human being with a life, and that there's a dark humor that is swirling around this man's death that she says we should be ashamed of, especially those who are commenting in this kind of very crass, in her words, I'm paraphrasing, I don't want to misquote Elizabeth. But she was just saying how inappropriate and despicable it is that people are commenting the way they are. But I would venture to offer that there's something else that has been sparked by the unfortunate passing of this man, the murder of this man. Let me just call it what it is. That it is allowing people to vent, to express, to let it all out, to fully make known how upset, how abandoned they feel, how played, really, right? They feel when it comes to the United States health insurance and healthcare systems. So I want to know if you are in agreement. Do you think it's inappropriate at this moment? Like I said, most of the comments I have been reading, I got to bring some of them up so you can go word for word, so you don't think I'm making it up and what I'm hearing. Also, I wanted to On a lighter note, we're going to ask you what you're, okay, before I pivot from this story a little bit, and I do want to hear what you think are the theories behind why this man was taken down, mowed down, gunned down the way he was in the streets of Manhattan. Why do you think this was? Now, I've seen a lot of theories. Now, you can call me 850-446-0562. Get you right in touch. 850-446-0562. Right? Get you right in touch here. West of the Caribbean. You can follow us. You can watch me on YouTube if you like. And I was looking at the theories, and it's very interesting that some of the people, some of the pundits that I've been watching on CNN, Laura Coates, one of the late night TV hosts, news hosts, an anchor on CNN, did a whole hour about theories, right? And I'm going to bring you the latest updates on what we know as the manhunt continues for this assailant who is still at large. And again, I know the NYPD, the New York Police Department, supposed to be one of the best in the world. I know they're on the job. So we're going to see what it takes and if this man is brought to justice sooner rather than later. I want to understand in your minds, what do you think? And again, we don't have any concrete evidence yet. There are people that are saying the words, and I discussed them yesterday, left on the side of the bullets, casings, right? There were spent casings and there were unspent casings, right? If people don't own guns, that's the bullet itself. The bullet has a shell. When you fire it, a piece of the shell is left behind, right? The inner part let go into the person or to the object you're shooting, and then the casing is left and what they call spent. It is ejected from the weapon and it lands on the ground. For somebody to go out of their way to carve out words on bullet casings, I think this meant something to them. But then I'm hearing theories from people in law enforcement, from detectives with lots of experience, saying that might be what we call a red herring, something that was placed to distract us from the actual real source of this crime. And I thought about it, I said, well, it's actually possible that we could be looking at words that don't have the significance that they're supposed to. They're supposed to throw off the detectives and throw off the police department from the real culprit or the real story behind who plotted this heinous crime. I don't know. Police are staying very tight-lipped on this one. Again, from I saw the video, it sent tingles up my spine, seriously. And I don't mean that in a facetious way. I mean it in terms of like fear and what I saw as like, this is America? And then I saw another theory that stated that it could be inside. Now, you always have to look. Any detective, if you watch any show, any detective that you watch says that, you have to check the loved ones, and God forbid, the family, the wife, the kids. You got to know what's going on in people's personal life, because everything's not always what it seems. So we don't know, right? These are allegations, and this is speculation based on some of the evidence that has now come forward. They're now saying that there might have been some DNA left on the Starbucks. I think it was snack paper and water bottle. Whether or not there's DNA evidence, police are staying very tight-lipped as of the broadcast today. But like I said, what struck me most about this, when I'm looking at the videos and when I'm looking at the commentary below the videos, let me look on YouTube. Look on YouTube. And if you have a theory and if you want to speak on why you think this has struck such a chord with folks in this country, why there has been almost like a lack of empathy when it comes to some of the commentary. Like I say, it seems very harsh, very callous. For some, I see you online. Hey, big up, Smooth Approach, out here trucking, watching online. Yes, it's been a while. Good to see you. Ernest Claiborne, what's up? I see you. The Ex girl says, hi, Suzette. People have seen him, but are letting him slide. Okay, sis, because they agree. Okay, I see you. That's her opinion. Thank you. The Ex girl says, hey, Suzette. She's watching me on the YouTube side. People have seen him. Because listen, they have his face now. They have pictures or who they believe. Because sometimes I thought, did he have a nose prosthetic on? Because some of the pictures when he had the mask on, I was talking on my way down to Art Basel last night. If you don't know, if you're just tuning in, I was at Art Basel an event that is a part of Miami Art Week called Let There Be Reggae. This was the speakeasy edition. It was my first time at this particular speakeasy. I was letting y'all know that you can get out there. There's also a big one in Fort Lauderdale I will be hosting tomorrow called Art Basel-ish. It will be an art exhibition. It will be a food truck, a vendor fair. There will be live painting, live performances. I know there's a few rap artists as well as spoken word and artists and singers, R&B singers. It's going to start from 4 to 6. It's going to be downtown Fort Lauderdale. You can see it on my Instagram, or you can follow on Instagram Art Basel-ish. Put ISH at the end of Art Basel and you'll find it. So I'll be emceeing alongside Slim City. Big up Slim City and the whole crew, all the sponsors. Of course, Voice of the Caribbean is one of the sponsors as well. And I'm excited to be the hostess tomorrow. Again, I won't be in the hustle and bustle of all the traffic in downtown Miami, thank God. Again, I was in Wynwood last night and enjoyed our exhibition called Let There Be Reggae. I put some pictures up on my Facebook. I'm going to put some after the show up on Instagram and on Voice of the Caribbean Instagram. So y'all can take a look at what we talk about when we're celebrating our history, our culture for the Art Basel, right? There's all kind of people here in town, but we got to let them know about our side of the Miami story, right? Our contribution to the culture that is called Miami, that is called South Florida. We're very much a part of this fabric. So if we don't have places like Island Space, right? And platforms all around South Florida, the Black Archives. And I saw, what's my girl, Alexis? I forget the name of her social series. She's doing a Black Basel event. Commissioner Keon Hardeman also, I think, is doing with an Afrocentric spin on Art Basel. There are so many places for us to think, right? Art is a beautiful medium to allow us to engage in conversation, to see the world through a different lens, right? To exchange ideas, to think of ourselves. Wait, the break is on, y'all. Catch me after the break. I'm keeping going. I'll see you after this. Sorry, I have a break and I didn't realize it. Can y'all hear it?
Though you're miles away, staying connected to home has never been easier. With Flo's double data weekends. Starting October 4th, every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, topofFlo.com. The Top of Flo app on iOS or Android, or your usual top-up spot to send family and friends a 7, 15, or 30-day plan. Best of all, there are no extra fees when you buy direct from Flo. Their net is Instagramly fast, and they'll stay connected on their favorite apps, giving the link to
the light is bouncing off my headphones a little bit, but I appreciate you.
As this deal ends December
29. Hit the like button, please.
Data every weekend with Flo. Conditions apply.
Thanks, Flo, for your support of the Strax Mitzvah is offering a credit up to $1,005 on any YOLO Mommy Makeover cosmetic procedures. Choose from tummy tucks, breast augmentation, liposuction, or any face and eye combination. Financing is available. For more information, 954-749-3040 or StraxMitzvah.com to start the process. The Voice of the Caribbean thanks Strax for their support.
1945 WCGK Miami.
Flow Jam Legal provides legal services in areas of immigration, family law, Jamaica probate, and real estate conveyance. Attorney Oakley is available 24 hours a day, 600 South Andrews Avenue, Suite 406 in Fort Lauderdale, and 4727 North University Drive in Lauderdale, 954-358-2020. And in Jamaica, at the Dunrobin Plaza, 30 Dunrobin Avenue, Suite 10, telephone 876-755-4594. Thanks, Flow Jam Legal Team, for your kind sponsorship.
It's the queen of reggae music, Marcy Griffith, at the Cool Restaurant and Lounge. This Sunday, December 8th, that's right, come on out and meet the queen of reggae music, Marcy Griffith, her exclusive meet and greet. It's the return of Live Band Sunday. Come out and enjoy our delicious Caribbean cuisine while dancing to your favorite hits. Perform live on the Live Band, Live DJ, Indoor Outdoor from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's the return of Live Band Sundays with Marcy Griffith. This Sunday at Cocoon Restaurant and Lounge. To RSVP, log on to cocoon.com. Sponsored by the Voice of the Caribbean.
It's La Veranda Restaurant and Bar, now open for lunch and dinner, 8320 West Sunrise Boulevard in Plantation, where fine dining in an elegant setting meets good music and good people. Every Wednesday night is R&B and soul music parties. Thursday is karaoke night. Live reggae band every Friday. Saturday party night and soul Sundays. That's La Veranda Restaurant and Bar, 8320 West Sunrise Boulevard in Plantation. 954-909-0661. Thanks, La Veranda Restaurant and Bar, for your support of this station.
Picture Christian World Ministry, located at 7875 West Nightmare Road in the city of Tamarack. Church services on every Sunday at 12 p.m. Miracle Sunday every third Sunday at 7 p.m. Bible study every Wednesday at 6 p.m. with Apostle Deborah Williams. For more information, 954
Thank you for watching. We'll be back after this commercial break.
or 954-488-4685. Voice of the Caribbean thanks Victory Christian World Ministry for your support.
Dream Team Promotion presents this Saturday, December 7th, original formal wear Skybo birthday celebration inside of Top Tier Lounge, 5240 North University Drive in Laurie Hill. Exclusive by Sir Toxic.
Hey, yo, check this out. You know how Sir Toxic fought none of these fights.
Copper shot. Yo.
Alright.
That's this Saturday, December the 7th, Skybo birthday celebration. This is a formal.
Hey, I don't want to get a copyright strike. Let me stop jamming to the songs I love. That's what happened. I'm technically not monetized right now due to copyright. We're getting back into it though, y'all. Appreciate you watching and hanging with me. I'm grateful that you're all here. I hope you have a great holiday. And we'll be back. I'm live on the radio, 102.1 FM Fort Lauderdale, 94.3 FM Miami North, 94.5 FM and out west, 98.7 FM down South Kendall. What's up? And I'm glad you guys are here rocking with me, Voice of the Caribbean Radio.
770-0984. Thanks to Sister Alberta for your continuous support of radio.
One love season to the bone.
They got me. I guess my show is very good because I got a lot of commercials.
All natural herbs and
We'll
spices
see.
straight out the yard. All purpose chicken, fish, jerk. Available at broad meat food stores, North Lauderdale, Lauderdale Lakes, Market and Pembroke Pines. Key food stores, Miami and Fort Lauderdale. Bravo Supermarket, Miami, Fort Lauderdale and Palm Bay. FA and M and the Price Choice, Miami. 561-946-9941.
Thanks for your support of this radio station.
Take Broward County Transit to where you want to go. Plan your next outing with BCT. It's affordable, easy, and stress-free. Instead of driving, let BCT take you to the festival, sporting events, the mall, and other favorite spots. So just try it. Visit broward.org/BCT to plan your next outing. Broward County Transit takes you where you want to go.
Thanks for your support of this radio station.
M&J United Auto Sales. No credit, no problem. Easy financing, no social, no problem. Apply online for easy approval and finance options. M&J United, your one-stop shop for all your auto needs. Used cars, even special car orders. MJCarsales.com. That's 954-530-9366. 954-530-9366. 3511 Northwest 19th Street, Lauderdale Lake. M&J United Auto Sales is your
Copyright strike. Let me bring it down.
share, weddings, and lots more. For more information, Teddy can be reached at 561-929-5234 or email at teddyupholstery@gmail.com. Teddy Upholstery is located at 5618 Northwest 8th Street, Margate.
Thank you for your support to this radio station.
So I'm gonna tell them about them love you must man we couldn't do that. Foundation from birth, yeah man, a low culture. Say, representing for the voice of the Caribbean, Jamaica and far beyond.
WQPN 94.0 FM, North Miami. The Voice of the Caribbean. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. WQPN 94.3 LP.
About to go live, y'all.
In a rhyme, in a type of man.
Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Suzette Speaks live on Voice of the Caribbean Radio. It is a beautiful Fire Friday. I got my people watching online. I got my people calling in. I'm excited to be here. I'm here every Thursday and Friday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. So make sure you are always locked in anyway. We have an app, Voice of the Caribbean app. You can download us and take us on the road wherever you want. You will be a part of the Voice of the Caribbean community, the family. We are here. We're one of the only, actually, South Florida's 24/7 Caribbean American radio station on the FM dial. Big up everybody listening up in Fort Lauderdale, 102.1 FM. Of course, Miami, we have 3 dials for the north, 94.3 FM for the west, 94.5 FM. Of course, down south, Kendall, what's up? 98.7 FM. You can reach us right here if you want to be a part of the show, if you want to be an interviewee, if you want to sponsor, any of that. You can call us right here. Voice of the Caribbean, 850-446-0562, 850-446-0562. I'm Suzette Speaks. Welcome. This is the Suzette Speaks Show live, like I said, every Thursday and Friday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Big up all my people watching online on the Suzette Speaks YouTube side, everybody watching on the Instagram side, and of course on the app. So we were talking today. We're just trying to do some news roundup. Of course, the big thing right now in Miami, in case you didn't know, it's Miami Art Week, also known as Art Basel. There's an official Art Basel. I was looking at how much the tickets were. I just looked it up. The Art Basel event is starting at $85 for the official Art Basel. But that's if you can get down there, because I looked at the traffic reports here in the studio. Trust and believe. There's already lots of traffic going over the causeways, the bridges to Miami Beach. So if you are going, I would advise carpool. You could also ride share. My homegirl and I went to our first Art Basel event of the week last night. It was called Let There Be Reggae. It was a speakeasy Art Basel event. It wasn't made public, you understand? You have to get special invite. So I felt kind of special. Me and my girl came through. One of those things where they only tell you the color of the door. You don't know the real address. It's not labeled with a number. You have to say the password. Random, really, a white girl was standing outside on the street, and we were like, is this the door? This is a green door. Is this, hi, we're here for Let There Be Reggae. Okay, yes. Got in, got our little bands. And of course, it was a fundraiser to help foster kids coming out of the foster program. It was really great. So all the drink purchases went to that. We had food, we ate some good salmon, and they had like jerk and chicken and rice and peas. And the beauty of it is that Let There Be Reggae is not only a showcase, they had art in terms of paintings. They had a lot of photography was the medium that was highlighted yesterday, because the honorees, they're also part of the program is to honor the contributors to reggae music and culture. The 2 honorees were Tony Rebel, who came and did a little short, sweet set. You know what I'm saying? I love you like a fresh vegetable. Yeah, we got some of that going yesterday. And of course, the other honoree was DJ Jazzy T of Renaissance Sound. So he boy, we could have had a whole party. Jazzy T came late, but he came and played maybe like a 15-minute set. And even in that 15-minute set, he was setting it off. You'll see me dancing and having a great time. But it was beautiful. We got to honor them. We got to thank them for their contributions of bringing reggae music and culture to the world. And it was a beautiful performance. Check out the Instagram, the Voice of the Caribbean Instagram, as well as Suzette Speaks Instagram. And I'm going to post some more pictures from last night's event. If you're looking for one event that has also more emphasis on Black culture and the Black art experience, check out what they call BAE, BAE, Black Art Experience. This is an 8th annual. It's my friend, girl Alexis, who curates this, celebrating Black art at Art Basel, Miami Beach 2024. There's the BET experience as well that's out there. But there's also, if you go to Sugarcane Magazine, Black and Basel, the 2024 Guide to the Black Art experience during Miami. If you're in Fort Lauderdale tomorrow, I will be hosting, yes, I'm excited, the Art Basel-ish. Now, Miami Beach is really where Art Basel is, but Fort Lauderdale's getting a piece of the action. Art Basel-ish, okay, just how it sounds. It's kind of Art Basel, but it's a little bit further north. Will be an exhibition of, again, music, culture, food, performances. There's going to be a vendor fair from 4 to 6. It's going to be in downtown Fort Lauderdale. So if you don't feel like driving, for my Fort Lauderdale folks, there's a little bit of Art Basel right at your fingertips tomorrow from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's going to be off of 7th Street or 7th Avenue. It's called the Thrive Village, right? Not in the midst of downtown, but kind of off to the side. It's on alongside Broward Boulevard at 7th, right? So there's a beautiful open air space. We're going to be outside. It's going to be, like I said, food trucks, vendors, excuse me, jewelry when it comes to arts, painting, live painting, singing, performances, spoken word, all that good stuff. Anywhere we can see ourselves through music, culture, and artistic expression, it's going to be a part of this. So I'll be emceeing alongside Slim today, tomorrow, Art Basilish. Check it out again, Fort Lauderdale peoples. You can support, and if you feel like driving, and our Miami people don't mind sitting in traffic a little, of course, Art Basil's all over Miami, Miami Beach, Wynwood, from no till Sunday. Really, all week it's been going on, but now it's like people just realize it started, so they're gonna be out there. Anyway, so I was also gonna just emphasize some of the theories that we've been hearing. Again, the biggest news story in the country has been the murder of this CEO, United Health Care CEO, Mr. Brian Thompson. He was gunned down in a heinous, brazen attack on Wednesday, and his killer is still at large. We are going to talk a little bit more about the theories that are behind what's going on here. When we looked at some of the commentary, that's the other thing that really struck me the most, was how much people are showing their displeasure with the healthcare system. Is one side of, our I think our pundit class that is on TV and the news and saying how disgusting and despicable it is for people to be making fun of this person's death. And to a certain degree, I understand where they're coming from, because I do believe that violence is never the answer. And taking someone's life is not how you get your point across in a civilized society. We have civil disobedience. We have the ability to protest. We have ability to file lawsuits, right? But this man or this person or the people even behind this type of crime, we're not sure yet what the motive was, but a lot of people are speculating. And again, this is allegations. The police has not been able to confirm who, because he's still on the loose, the unidentified suspect in the gunning down of the United Health Group, United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson outside of Midtown Manhattan hotel remains at large after this attack on Wednesday. All right, I'm going to just update you from ABC News. Again, it's being described as a premeditated, brazen, targeted attack. The killer entered New York City by bus on November 24th when a surveillance camera at the Port Authority bus terminal caught his arrival. So they understand now when he got there. So he got there before Thanksgiving, right? So this is the 6th now, as of today's reporting. Happened on the 4th. And so he had been in town, as according to ABC News, since November 24th. Law enforcement officers are saying that the inbound bus originated in Atlanta. So they're speculating now, or law enforcement has been able to find somewhat of a trail from the bus they believe he arrived on. See how interesting this has become. So they are saying the inbound bus the suspect is believed to have arrived on, according to ABC News reporting, originated in Atlanta, but is not immediately clear where the suspect boarded. Sources told ABC News that he was spotted on board in Washington, D.C. Police are investigating whether the suspect left New York City by bus on Wednesday after the crime. The 10-day period he was in New York City before shooting this CEO is now the focus of investigative efforts. Remember, New York City is one of the places that is the most covered by cameras, surveillance cameras, right? So it would be pretty obvious that he must have been picked up on other places throughout the city if he was there for that 10-day period of time before the shooting. Police have collected video of the suspect now all over the city, including in the subway, in cabs, and in McDonald's, according to sources. In each place, he paid with cash and he made sure to keep his mask on, which indicates to detectives that he knew he was coming to New York City to commit this crime, sources say. Police were able to find a surveillance image of the suspect without his face mask on because he was flirting hold on now, this is the ABC News report, I'm just telling you what it says, because he was flirting with a woman who checked him into a hostel. And for people who don't know what a hostel is, I was talking to my dad is like, what is a hostel? It's like a hotel. I'm like, no, it's like a cheaper version, almost like a dormitory, where you can rent a room by a night, by an evening, by a night, right? It's far cheaper. Sometimes they said, and I think I was watching an interview last night with a young man who stayed at the same hostel. It was 10 people per room. You just get a bed. I think they give you like a drawer. My friend girl stayed at one. I've never stayed at one. Where they lock a key, like they give you a key where you can lock your bag and lock your things into like a bureau, a chest of drawer, right? But it's a very public type of arrangement. You're not in one private room. That's why it's so cheap. It's many people. But they can be nice. They can be cleanly. But it's not an individual type of room that is assigned to you. So he stayed in a hostel, right? So they said when he checked in, he was flirting with a woman and he took down his mask at the hostel. Uh-oh, slip up. Catch you slipping. Okay. So as he stood at the check-in desk, the sources said the woman asked to see his smile. Oh my. That's what it says. According to ABC News. The shooter The shooter obliged, pulling down his mask long enough for the surveillance camera to capture his face. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Police have determined the suspect checked into the hostel using a New Jersey license that wasn't his own. Interesting. The masked gunman shot Thompson at point blank range at 6:44 a.m. on Wednesday outside of New York Hilton Midtown, where Thompson was heading for his company's investing conference. The shooter then walks towards the victim and continues to shoot, according to the NYPD chief of detectives, Joseph Kenny, saying it appears that the gun malfunctions as he clears the jam and he begins to fire again. This was I was talking about yesterday. Written on the shell casings were these three words. Delay. Excuse me. On the shell casings was deny, defend, depose. Those were etched on the casing of the bullets left on the scene after the shooting. Deny, defend, depose, according to police sources. Now, this is what I was referring to yesterday. The words on the bullets echo the title of a 2010 book called Delay, Deny, Defend: Why Insurance Companies Don't Pay Claims and What You Can Do About It. Police are aware of the similarities and are investigating whether one possible motive is anger at the insurance industry. Some people, however, are now speculating that it is not, that this could possibly be some sort of diversion to throw people off of the case. This is what's going on the internet, right? Police were able to also extract a fingerprint, or partial, I think they said it was smudged, off of a water bottle that the suspect bought at a Starbucks, but the print is smudged, so it's not clear how helpful it will be to police. The suspect fled on foot and then fled north on an e-bike, right, an electric bike, and rode into Central Park. That's the last time he's been seen. A person appearing to be the suspect was seen at 7 a.m. on the Upper West Side, riding a bicycle away from Central Park. He has not been spotted since. UnitedHealth Group, in a statement, said that their hearts are broken and that they have been touched by the huge outpouring of kindness. Now, this is where I want to stop right now, because I don't know if that's really what they've been touched by. Because when I have been watching videos and clips of what has been the latest information regarding this internationally watched case, a lot of the commentators below each of these videos seem to have had it with the insurance industry and with insurance companies. I'll give you an example. Underneath, this is a commentator. This is a CNN breaking news. This one was posted, I think, 15 hours ago. And it's one that features the CNN reporter and news anchor Aaron Burnett. So right below what CNN posts, the comments are vicious. This is one commentator writing, the shooting has gotten more coverage than the UHC has ever provided, meaning that the shooting has been talked about more than the actual insurance coverage that they have allowed to give their patients. Think about that. It says, if you play the video backwards, you can see the CEO walks into the bullets, so his claim was denied. Imagine. Another writes, imagine if police spent this much time and resources investigating all murders committed by UnitedHealth Group and not some random guy angry that UnitedHealth Group killed one of his loved ones. Now, we don't know if that's the actual reason why he did it, but this has been the nature of the comments. We're not going to find him for you. Move on. Guys, be honest. Another commentator. If you die right now, the police wouldn't give a beep about you. Huh. But now that it's somebody rich, we have to do something about it. It's crazy how much coverage this is getting without even mentioning the wrongdoing of United Healthcare and the exorbitant profits while their customers die. I could go on and on. There's so much about this. And like I said, that is really pricked a nerve of the folks who are on the other end of the spectrum, not the super rich, not the person that makes, 10 million a year and making the decisions for a Fortune 100 company, but for the people who are the clients or the customers or the people that are supposed to be served by this industry, and how much of a disparity and how much bad faith they feel has been leveled by insurance companies. So when you read the comments, when I read in the ABC News article that they're saying the outpouring and touching support by many, I guess there must be some people. But underneath these social media comments, I feel like there's some other temperature check that needs to happen, because we're looking at folks, lead poisoning, claim denied, sympathy claim, and appeal denied. Condolences are out of network. Wow. They're feeling almost like this gunman is almost like, and I don't agree, but I'm just giving you the news. It is almost like they're comparing him to like a Robin Hood for the people. Now I don't see it painted that way, but there's a lot of folks, at least the ones that are most vocal here online, that seeing that their initial reaction is not one of sympathy and is not one of being on the side of the healthcare CEO. And again, in what was to me unwarranted, no matter if you disagree with a person, even their policies, to that deep degree. To me, even if a person's life was lost, I don't know if I believe in this vigilante justice, a life for a life. No, that's not the system that we live in, or should live in, or should even want to live in. We have a court of law. We have a rule of law. We're supposed to be able to resolve our differences in other ways. But here we are, and again, we don't know the real reason yet behind why this CEO of United Healthcare was taken down in such a brazen act. We don't know. We're speculating. But I'm just telling you, based on people's commentaries below a lot of these videos and updates, it is showing the discontent, dissatisfaction that many Americans have with the healthcare system, and how this person, whether it was intentional or not, how Mr. Brian Thompson, the late Mr. Brian Thompson, 50 years old, father of two, who ran this company for a few years now, a salary of 10 million a year. It doesn't matter. He was a human being. Now he's become this kind of symbol for all the evils, as some may feel, that have been perpetrated by healthcare companies and the industry as a whole. And some people are arguing, is that fair? Right? There are people arguing how much missing and lost children are in America, and not enough emphasis is on those, but we are transfixed by this story. Right? There are people talking about thoughts and prayers are now denied, as in comparing it to how healthcare companies deny your claim and make you pay out of pocket for some basic things. There was a company, I meant to pull it up, that was supposed to be making you pay for part of your anesthesia when it comes to surgery. And since this killing, and I could go on and on, people are saying $10,000 reward. Isn't that what they charge the patients for Tylenol? Man, they talking about the reward is 10,000, but the deductible is 9,995. People know what it means. How I spent so much money out on deductibles recently that I'm like, goodness gracious, do I have insurance? I pay out every month for y'all to tell me when I need a special exam or want to see a specialist, I have to spend so much more out of pocket. Why am I paying you every month? I know the feeling, and I'm not a sickly person. I can imagine people who have terminal or even chronic conditions, who need medicine, who need to see doctors on a regular basis, how difficult it is to navigate this insurance system that we have, and how many feel that it is unfair because they are denied claims, they are denied access, they are denied the ability to live, right? There are people I have lost lives at the hands of what insurance companies have so-called approved or disapproved. It's their life. It's your life, depending upon what your particular ailment and illness is. So there's a lot. Some people would call it hate, but there's some truth being spoken in these comments. I'm not sure what it's all going to mean. I mean, like another commentator says, where was the corporate media when thousands died because they were denied health care? Not only is this incident exposing the healthcare industry, but it's also exposing how people are feeling about the large corporate structures, and in this case, the healthcare industry. It's very interesting. There's people who are questioning if this guy wasn't worth 44 million. It wouldn't even be a news story, much less a manhunt. They say $10,000 isn't enough for an ambulance ride. Boy, the comments are fierce. I'm not going to give it any more air. Look for yourself. They say people in memory of those who died in the face of corporate greed. I don't know. All I know is not a way to resolve this type of discontent. Murder? No. Unacceptable. But I'm telling you, some kind of match has been lit based on the airing out of what I see online. So there's smoke. There's smoke. But I'm gonna have to leave it there, y'all. Suzette Speaks comes on. I'm here. I'm not speaking in third person. I am here. The Suzette Speaks. I'm here every Thursday and Friday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. with your hot topics, with your social media trends, with your news of the day, news. You can always reach me here at the studio, 850-446-0562. Get you right in touch. You can catch me live and direct as a part of the celebration of Art Basel tomorrow, Fort Lauderdale. What it is, you can find all the information on the event. It's called Art Baselish, a celebration of food, culture, music. That will be in Fort Lauderdale, so you don't have to drive too far if you're up north. And that'll be from 4 p.m. 4 to 6 p.m. is the vendor fair, and then 6 to 10 is the live painting, live musical exhibition, and more. And I'll be hosting it on the alongside Sin City. Big up all those sponsors of Art Baselish. I appreciate y'all listening. Big up to my fans, and I'll see you next week. Have a great weekend.
PSI 9.7.
Thank you so much for watching. What's up, Heather? Nice to see you. Hey, Rachel. I appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.
Services in areas of immigration, family law,